Hello children, welcome to the another session on English grammar. Today we will learn non-finite verbs. In class 6th, you have learnt finite verbs. Let's have a quick recapitulation of what you have learnt about finite verbs. Now let us understand what is a finite verb. A finite verb is a verb that has finite or limited agreement with the subject. That means it limits its usage as per the subject parameter. There are three parameters on which this limitation is fixed. First is tense. That means subject can perform action in past, present or future. Second is in person. That means subject can be first person, second person or third person. Third parameter is in number. That means subject can be either singular or plural. So let's understand the topic with the help of some examples. Now look at these sentences. Harish likes ice cream. They like ice cream. Now in both the sentences, what are the verbs, children? Yes. In the first sentence, likes is the verb, and in the second sentence, like is the verb. Both these forms of verbs are formed from the base word like. And you will see that the verb in both the sentences portray a tense. Now what is the tense here? Yes, it is present tense. Not only do they portray the tense, but also agree with the subject. We have used singular subject with singular verb. Similarly, plural subject with plural verb. Now let's take another example. Harish liked ice cream. They liked ice cream. In the first sentence, liked is the verb, and in the second sentence also, liked is the verb. Both these forms of verbs are formed from the base verb like, and they represent past tense. Not only that, they are agreeing with the subject. So, a verb which changes according to the tense, person and number is called as a finite verb. Now let us understand what is a non-finite verb. A non-finite verb is a verb that does not have agreement with the subject. They do not change according to the tense, person and number. Now let us read these two sentences. Sarah likes to jump. They like to jump. Now what are the verbs in these two sentences? Likes and like. We see that likes and like are verbs which not only portray a tense, but they also agree with the subject both in person and number. Hence, likes and like are finite verbs. But we see that to jump is also representing an action in both the sentences. Hence, to jump are also called as verbs. But how do we form verbs? We form verbs by adding to the base verb. And if you observe carefully, to jump remains the same and it does not change based on the subject or the tense. Now let's take another example. Sarah wanted to jump. They wanted to jump. In the sentences here, wanted is a finite verb and they represent past tense. Not only that, they are also agreeing with the subject. But we see that to jump in this case also doesn't change. And how we have formed to jump? We have added to plus base verb. What is the base verb here? Jump is the base verb. If we see that in all the 4 sentences, to jump doesn't change. It doesn't portray any tense, subject or person. Such verbs are known as non-finite verbs. So, a verb which does not change regardless of the change in the tense of the verb or the number or subject is called as non-finite verb. Now let's see kinds of non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are classified into 3 types: infinitives, participles, and gerunds. Examples of infinitives are to read, to sleep. Participles are divided into 3 types: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. Example of present participles are writing, reading, sleeping. Examples of past participles are written, broken, stolen. Examples of perfect participles are having lost, after losing. Next, example of gerunds are writing, reading, and sleeping. Now let's learn each one of them in detail. First is infinitives. Infinitives is not the main verb in the sentence because it is a non-finite verb. It has the word to in it. It is formed or created by adding to the base verb. So, to plus base form of verb is called as infinitives. Uses of infinitives. Infinitives can be used as nouns. That means it can be either a subject or an object. For example, to eat healthy food is essential for overall good health. In this sentence, to eat functions as a noun and it is the subject of the sentence. Similarly, I decided to study regularly. Here, to study functions as a noun and it is the direct object of the verb decided. Infinitives can be used as adjectives. For example, my mother always carries a book to read when we go on a vacation. In this sentence, to read functions as an adjective because it modifies or describes book. Infinitives can be used as an adverb. For example, we practiced daily to win the competition. Here, to win functions as an adverb because it explains why we practiced daily. In some cases, we can have an infinitive which does not have to. When infinitives are used without to, they are called as bare infinitives. An infinitive loses its to when it follows certain verbs. Such verbs are feel, hear, let, make, see, and watch. For example, we let the children cross the road. Now let's solve A main. Underline the finite verbs and circle the non-finite verbs in these sentences. Refer page number 23. First question. Naina bought a packet of frozen peas. What is the verb in the sentence? Bought is the verb in the sentence. Is it agreeing with the subject? Yes, it is agreeing with the subject. Hence, bought is a finite verb. Second, the chicks need some grains to eat. Here, need is the verb and it agrees with the subject. Hence, it is a finite verb. In the same sentence, you will get one more verb, that is to eat. To eat word doesn't change according to the tense, number or person. Hence, it is a non-finite verb. Third one, I like to drink milk sitting on the terrace. Here, like is the verb and it is finite. To drink is a non-finite verb. We have one more verb and that is sitting. It doesn't say anything about the tense, hence it is also a non-finite verb. Fourth one, running is good for health. Here, running doesn't refer to any tense. Hence, running is non-finite verb. Fifth one, they want to eat eggs for breakfast. Now, want is a finite verb. To eat is a non-finite verb. Sixth question, my father likes to swim in the morning. Here, likes is finite verb. To swim is non-finite verb. Seventh, Manu spends his time collecting stamps. Here, spends is finite verb and collecting is non-finite verb. Eighth, their friends tried to bring them together. Tried is finite verb and to bring is non-finite verb. Ninth, driving carefully is a good practice. Here, driving is non-finite verb. 10th, Rita wanted to improve her knowledge of French. Here, wanted is finite verb and to improve is non-finite verb. Now let's solve be mean. Complete these sentences with infinitives with or without to of the verbs given in the help box. Refer page number 25, children. Help box is given to you. You have to pick the answers from this help box. First question, he wanted dash the data from my computer. He wanted to download data from my computer. Second, can you remind me dash him back? Can you remind me to call him back? Third, I would like dash to the guard about the incident. I would like to speak to the guard about the incident. Fourth, I hope dash your Europe tour. I hope to join your Europe tour. Fifth, did you hear the baby dash? Did you hear the baby cry? Sixth, we heard someone dash at the door. We heard someone knock at the door. Seventh, you dare not dash my official documents. You dare not touch my official documents. Eighth, we saw Ritu dash for her earrings in the park. We saw Ritu look for her earrings in the park. Would you like dash this program? Would you like to see this program? He tried in vain dash the cow to its shed. He tried in vain to pull the cow to its shed. Okay, now let's wind up today's session. Let's meet you in the next class. Thank you.